And switch over, and normally I say, oh, let's open up the doors and welcome everybody in at this time, as we are live streaming now on all of the different platforms. So wherever you are, we are happy that you are here, because we are getting out as many places we possibly can. And folks, let us know where you're watching from. So if you're watching the live stream or the replay, doesn't matter, put in that comment where you are plugging in from, tuning in from. Make sure that you are following our channels and hit that like button. And most of all, as you are listening and somebody shared this program with you, make sure that you get back to them, thank them for it, and then pay it forward. Send the information on to somebody else that you think would be most to benefit from the information that you are going to be hearing today. Because folks, we are a program about empowering. We are not slaves. We do not have to, okay, so here's the thing. Our bodies were divinely created, okay? You make sure that the body has in it what it needs to function, that's going to keep functioning. You take things away, you create deficiencies, you're going to have disease, you're going to have issues. So give the body back what it needs, and the body's going to do some amazing things. And that's all part of epigenetics, which is the science that has proven the genetic theory of disease transmission to be incorrect, which is the name of actually my favorite book that was written by my favorite doctor, who we are honored to be able to have on this program with us Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:50 p.m. here on Daily with Doc. My name is Becca Dukes. I am the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health. I am also a leader within our industry in training people on how they can take their health into their own hands, and teaching coaches so that they also can do the same. And as a community, we are going to make a huge impact on this world, folks, because we are talking about not just one or two supplements that might work without cofactors. We're talking about synergistic blends that are purposely put together in specific ratios, because that's what the body needs. So without further ado, I just want to make sure that if you are here live with us and you would like to ask a question, go to that Zoom menu, raise your hand, and I will be calling upon the hands as they are raised in the order that they're raised in, as much as I can, unless like yesterday, I couldn't even see the hand because the background, it just faded in. If you are out on YouTube or Rumble or any other platforms, I do have co-hosts that are helping me and watch those platforms so that as questions come up, then we can get answers for those as well. But we invite all of you to join us here on Daily with Doc, right here in the Zoom. Go to dailywithdoczoom.com, Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:50 p.m. Pacific time, and join us live. Well, without further ado, I have to let you know, I keep forgetting about this part. So the FDA requires us to let you know that this program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor are our products meant to diagnose, treat, or prevent any diseases. But folks, like I said, when you give the body what it needs, it can do amazing things. And when you've got a doctor that's actually sued the FDA and won 8 times, I think we need to listen. So everybody, listen quick, because he does speak quick. And if you can't take notes fast enough, that's okay. Just focus on listening, and then you can go back to our replays on all platforms, and even our website, dailywithdoc.com, and watch the replays. Now, we also on that website have a store that offers all of the products that Dr. Wallach mentions, but that is for people who are not working with somebody specific, unless your coach says you can go to that website and shop. Folks, we're part of an amazing community. We are a resource for this community so that they can be the best coach absolutely possible. They go through a certification course. They go through all the teachings. They go deep into the 4 areas of health, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies, and then also solutions, which most programs do not offer. So if you're looking to be a health coach with solutions, then go to coachwithdoc.com. You can get some more information about our Institute of Holistic Health and Certified Holistic Health Coach course, which Dr. Wallach is one of the 3 co-founders of the Institute of Holistic Health. So I'm excited that he's part of that as well, and so am I. But without further ado, let's go for it, Dr. Wallach. Everybody, I am proud to introduce to you the one, the only, the man with a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 3 postdoctorates in pathology, and a naturopathic physician that is licensed in multiple states. So not just some podunk town, Doc. Country boy who is making an impact on the world. So Dr. Wallach, what do you have to share with us today?
Well, I'm getting more and more excited about this Parkinson's disease thing because, of course, we have all kinds of stuff coming along, including our flip chart, which the story is coming perfect timing to be part of this flip chart. It covers many of the big diseases that we've been involved with in eliminating these diseases and so forth, and Parkinson's disease being another one. And we do, as you pointed out, have the coachwithdoc.com thing, which is a specialty of the certified health coaches, and get involved and help us save the world. Okay. Parkinson's disease, of course, what we've done is identify the cause of it, the etiology identified, and reversal accomplished. Okay, this is crazy, but I've done it before. I'm the guy who got rid of cystic fibrosis, thought to be a genetic birth defect. They fired me when I said it wasn't genetic. Okay, and then I'm the guy who helped Jerry Lewis get rid of muscular dystrophy, and when he took the cause, prevention, and cure of muscular dystrophy to the Muscular Dystrophy Association, they summarily fired Jerry Lewis after 46 years. And let's see, they summarily fired him. They put a gag order on him so he couldn't say anything to the public or the media or anything like that. And that was, let's see here, September 4th, 2011. The next day, September 5th, 2011, they shut down his telethon, which had raised $2.6 billion for them over 46 years. And they threw him in the trash can. What a terrible thing to do for a guy who spent his life just loving these kids with muscular dystrophy and saving as many as he could, and was, at least he knew before he died that we had found the cause, prevention, and cure of it. Then we also got rid of sudden death syndrome. Medical doctors believed that the sudden infant death syndrome was caused by the mothers laying on the babies and suffocating them. How silly can you get there? But that's what their thinking. But they really didn't understand the nutritional deficiency that was causing it. Okay, well, the predicted course of Parkinson's disease is 7 to 10 years, ending in death, resulting from a gradual progressive collapse of the central nervous system, the brain and spinal cord, typical of demyelinating disease. Myelin is the white matter of the brain and spinal cord. And when that goes away, everything starts circuits and switch off, okay? Including tremors and rigidity and humming noises and all kinds of weird stuff, balance issues. Each year in the United States, there is 1 million cases that have been identified of Parkinson's disease. 1 million cases. Okay, Parkinson's disease with 90 new cases diagnosed, 90,000 new cases diagnosed each year, and 37,000 die each year in the United States alone from Parkinson's disease. Okay. Now, the case study, and this has been already approved to be printed by the end of this month. We're so excited about this. Okay, by the certified health coaches in their journal. Okay, this is a case study. And case studies are very, very important because they're usually sort of the lead thing that changes everything. Well, this is going to change everything for Parkinson's disease, okay? In this case study of a 75-year-old female, Madeline, 175 pounds, diagnosed with classic symptoms of Parkinson's disease in 2012 by the Rush University Medical Center in Chicago, Illinois, very famous medical center all over the world.
Looks like we're having a few technical difficulties. Hopefully Dr. Wallach will be right back. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, if you would like to ask a question, please make sure to post it in the chat and give us the gender and age and weight. There are instructions and all right. Why don't you, while we're waiting to fill some space, let us know where you're from, and we're grateful that you're here and joining us today. And let us know what state you're in. And it looks like Dr. Wallach is back, so I'm going to spotlight him again and ask him to unmute. Welcome back, Dr. Wallach.
Well, who do we have to talk to stop
Me.
pushing the button?
I'm already here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no more button pushing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. The targeted approach recommended by myself. Okay. After 2.5 months on the program, the Wallach program, Madeline went to her 12th annual examination and was determined to be free of all Parkinson's disease. Okay, after 11 years, 11 positive annual reports, the 12th annual physical, she's negative. Okay, it appears that providing an adequate diet, including all the good foods, eliminating all the bad foods, and supplementing with the known required nutrients to support, maintain, repair the myelin of the brain and spinal cord, and reverse all the demyelinating diseases, including Parkinson's disease. So we're very, very excited about that. And this is, again, been accepted for publication in the journal of the certified health coaches. Okay. And so this is a case report, a case study. And this is where science changes. And one event, okay, one study, okay, and which sees something that nobody else ever saw. And so that's where we're at. Okay. So we're very excited about that. And we have, of course, great references at the end of this report, including several of my books and things which go into this and, confirm the credibility of what we're saying. Okay. So it's not just, saying thing over a beer at a bar or something like that. This is heavy duty science. And so please get the information out there. I want to save as many as we can, as quickly as we can. And you're going to be part of a great, great issue in health and medical science. Okay, well, with that, I'm going to turn that back over to Becca, okay, and her team. Okay, and there you go.
All right, Dr. Wallach, some things are beyond our control, so let's not kill the messenger when somebody's trying to fix it. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, if you are here live with us in the Zoom and you would like to ask Dr. Wallach a question, please raise your hand. Go to the Zoom menu and you will find reactions. And under reactions, there is the option to raise hand. So we are going to go to the first hand that is up, and I think it's Talisha. So if that's incorrect, please forgive me. But go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me on. And thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, for just being who you are.
Oh, thank you. How can we help?
So I have a 10-year-old female Great Dane. She has a distended abdomen, a lot of fluid buildup. And I took her to be seen. They did blood work. They weren't able to see much from the radiograph and referred me to do an ultrasound, which I have yet to do because of cost. However, he suspects from the blood work that this may be a possible liver cancer or some issue with her liver. Numbers were out of range for blood work associated with the liver.
Okay, well, let's start there. And as you get more information, contact us again. But basically, we want to make sure that the dog is not getting table scraps, that the dog's going to only be getting a good brand of canned dog food with vitamins and minerals in it. And it'll tell you on the label, you know, 100-pound Great Dane may want to eat 2 cans a day, or, you know, I don't know. You have to read the label because it'll tell you, you know, how much of that food to give per 25 pounds or whatever it is, body weight. But also, that dog needs to get our Arthrodex, okay, which supports the immune system. Okay, and so whatever's going on with the liver, supports liver health, and it's 1 scoop per 20 pounds of body weight. So it's going to be 5 scoops a day. If you feed the dog twice a day, so it'll be 3 scoops at breakfast and 2 scoops at dinner time. But if you only feed them 1 time a day, it'll be 5 scoops in the food. And for a big 100-pound dog, that won't be inhibitive. Okay, and then as you get more information, see results either good or bad, contact us and we'll walk through this with you because we're always very interested to see how these things are going. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Talisha. And let's go to the next hand that is up. And Kathy, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, Dr. Wallace and Becky. I was calling. Hello. I was calling. I'd like to know about shortness of breath. Sometimes I have a problem with it, and I have to use oxygen. Is there anything that can help me?
Okay, what did the doctors tell you? Do you have asthma? What's going on?
No, it's not asthma. I'm on dialysis. I do have some of your supplements. I'm just calling to see.
Okay, dialysis. Okay, and so do you have diabetes or high blood pressure?
No. I'm
Okay,
63. I'm 63 years old. I weigh about 100 pounds.
Okay, but you did have obviously some kidney issues if you're on dialysis, correct?
Yeah, I do have kidney issues.
Okay, so here we go. None of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, barley, and oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks, even no buckwheat, no carbonated drinks, even the diet drinks got to go, and also carbonated water has to go. And then at 100 pounds, I want you to have 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month, a half a dose of everything twice a day, 2 bottles a month of our MSMs. They take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. They're going to support your immune system. They're going to support the cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue. We want you also to have, let's see here, the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets because you're on dialysis. Take 3 of those twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. If you're on high blood pressure medication, don't cold turkey off of them. But as the blood pressure gets into the normal range, you can slowly reduce medication levels based on the numbers. Okay. And then because you have respiratory issues, I would also throw in our Oxybody. I have Oxybody twice a day. 1 ounce with breakfast and 1 ounce with dinner time. And it's an oxygen supplement. Okay. It tastes good. And it's a liquid, and so it's, you know, I don't have to carry a big oxygen tank around with me and look like I'm in the wrong place for a skin diver. Okay, keep in touch.
Okay.
Keep in touch because you're going to see some great results.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Kathy. Okay, back to you, Becca.
All right, thank you, Kathy and Dr. Wallach. I have two questions here. One of them is, and they're both in relationship to vertigo. So one individual is here with us, female, 83 years old, 160 pounds, has terrible vertigo. And then I have a gentleman who's only 30 years old, who has vertigo post getting a jab. And both people are wanting to know, Dr. Wallach, what can they do nutritionally to help support their body to get over or overcome vertigo? So vertigo, tell us a little bit about vertigo first, and then the cause.
Okay, well, vertigo is kind of a dizziness. Okay, it's like you're on a merry-go-round, you step off the merry-go-round, and you're still going around the merry-go-round, but you're not in the merry-go-round anymore. Okay, and a very common cause of vertigo is osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the vestibular branch of the 8th cranial nerve. Okay, and can be in a newborn baby. So this is not just in older people. This can be any age. Okay, we have osteoporosis of the skull, and so what they both need to do is get rid of all the bad foods: no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no bar, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks, no buckwheat, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet drinks got to go, and carbonated water. And then both of them, because like 160 pounds, I think for the second one, I don't know if I got the weight for the guy, but
there's no weight on the gentleman.
Okay,
but let's go same 160.
Yeah, let's say the same. Okay, so I'd go with 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose of everything twice a day, 2 bottles a month of the MSM. So I can take 3 at one, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone mix, bone itself, including the skull. Very important here, including the skull. And then I would also get the Synapta. They can take 2 bottles a month of Synapta, so they can take 3 twice a day to help the brain cells talk to each other. They can also get, let's see here, the I-26. I'd go ahead and get 2 bottles a month. The I-26, it comes in powder, it comes in pills, and it also comes in the chewables. I like the chewables. I have 2-3 times a day of the chewables. I like the vanilla ones, but they also come in a banana coconut. Okay, the chewables, soft chewables, and also I want them to have the rebound. We have the sticks. Okay, there's 30 sticks in a box. There's no carbonation in the sticks. We have the canister. There's 36 servings in a canister. There's no carbonation in the canister. We do have the cans. They're 12-ounce cans, and there's 12 cans in a case. But they do have carbonation in them. So if you're going to use the cans, you got to pop the tops on them the night before you're going to drink them. Put them in the refrigerator. They'll be flat in the morning. When I do that, and so I like to drink 1 at breakfast, and then half of one, the second one at lunchtime, and the second half of the second one over the afternoon. So I'm kind of sipping on my rebound all day. And that way I'm getting 4 doses of 100 nutrients a day, because every dose of rebound, you're getting 100 nutrients, 75 minerals and 25 vitamins and amino acids. So don't just think you're getting sugar and caffeine. Red Bull has 3 or 4 or 5 times the amount of caffeine and sugar as our rebound does. And the only mineral that they have is what? Oh, magnesium. We have 75 minerals. You're getting energy from our rebound from the minerals, helping all your tissues work properly. And the Red Bull, excuse me, is supporting energy with caffeine and sugar. 2 totally different principles. Okay, so back to you, Becca.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. And that brings me to the next question that we have. So Raphael wants to know, except for the fatty acids, does rebound contain all the other 90 essential nutrients and enough to constitute for the 90 essential nutrients?
Well, I wouldn't just rely on the rebound. Okay. And again, you're right, it doesn't have the essential fatty acids in it. And so I take 3 of the EFAs and 3 of the EFA pluses twice a day. All right. And so you want to make sure, because they're responsible for the functioning of the cell wall of every type of cell, of every organ, of every system you have. So the essential fatty acids are extremely important. And also they help you with your defenses. They help you make hormones. You just don't want to what should I say? You don't want to skimp on the essential fatty acids. You want to make sure you're getting them. I'd rather have a few extra than not enough. And so that's going to, again, support your immune system from many different directions, and including your cell walls, every tissue, and every organ and every system in your body, including the brain. And of course, that helps you. You want the products to have your brain working properly so you don't get Alzheimer's disease, okay, so you don't get Parkinson's disease. And it's one of those things where when you look at the country that has the lowest rate of Parkinson's disease, it's the Philippines. And that's because for 200 years, they have a dish called Flan de Leche, which is a soft scrambled eggs and butter with milk on it, kind of like a porridge, okay? And they've been doing that for 200 years. And in the world, they rank 178th. There's 177 other countries that have a higher rate of Parkinson's disease than the Filipinos, because the Filipinos are having their Flan de Leche. We're kind of like in the top 5, okay, because we're doing everything wrong, okay, when it comes to, we think good things are bad. We think bad things are good. And so that's where we're having problems. And so we can eliminate, just like I believe we have eliminated Parkinson's disease. Our next step, I think we can eliminate things like Alzheimer's disease very quickly, because once you know how to deal with this myelin, the white matter of the brain spinal cord, the rest is easy. Okay.
All right. And we do have to thank the Hispanic and Spanish communities for Flan de Leche, which is an amazing dessert that I personally enjoy. It's a wonderful custard with a caramel sauce. And yes, you can make it with half the sugar. I've done it. So more eggs, more cholesterol, the good stuff. Now, Dr. Wallach, I have a question here in the chat, and also one that is coming to us from email, both wanting to know, man on one, woman on another, about sleep apnea. So one is for a 14-year-old boy, 130 pounds. The other is a full-grown man who's on a CPAP, gets no benefits from the CPAP. He says that his oxygen level stays right at 90, which from my understanding, we want it above 94, 96%. And the gentleman that's on the CPAP machine, he never wakes up rested. He's always restless. So we're talking sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea, and what's it caused from, and what can we do as a solution?
Okay, well, sleep apnea is you're not getting enough sleep, and when you do get sleep, you're not getting the benefits of sleep. Okay, apnea means missing stuff. Okay, so sleep apnea. So basically, again, none of the bad food, and you need to take one healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight. Want them to have 2 of the MSM bottles per month. So you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time to support maintenance, repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between a vertebrae, bone, makes the bone itself. I also want them to have the sleepies. They can take 3 of those, say a half hour or 15 minutes before bedtime. They can also, again, take the I-26, get the brain working properly. I-26, take 3 of those twice a day. I take 2 3 times a day, okay, the chewables. And then I like the vanilla ice cream ones. They're soft chewables. I also want people, when they have sleep apnea, to take more cholesterol, okay? So that's why I want them to take the I-26. And then I also want them to have the synaptive. Take 3 of those twice a day. I take 3 twice a day. The synaptive, it helps the brain cells talk to each other. And so this is very easily dealt with. And just taking sleeping pills and that kind of thing is not going to cut it, as these guys learn.
Dr. Wallach, during the night, when with a specific man, he's on a monitor where his oxygen levels drop, what would you recommend to help keep those oxygen levels up? Would the essential fatty acids be very important for that? We've got oxybody. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, well, oxybody, sure. he can take a dose before sleep, and he can have a dose sitting there by the bed. If he wakes up at night, take another shot. Okay. And but you have to have all this other stuff so all the connections work. Okay. He can't just be eating, let's see, oatmeal for breakfast or pancakes for breakfast. He can't have spaghetti made from wheat at lunchtime. All this bad stuff's got to go. Okay. Otherwise, he won't absorb the good stuff.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, Dr. Wallach. And let's see, we've got another question here coming in off of YouTube. And it is wanting to know about stem cells, Dr. Wallach. So there's a stem cell doctor that says that he can get rid of Parkinson's using your own stem cells.
Well, I'd like to see his data. I know I get rid of Parkinson's all the time, so I know you can get rid of it. And I just want to see what he's doing. He should join us and expand his horizons. And if he has something good and interesting, we'd be happy to include what he does with what we do. But I want to know more information. Okay, so he needs to contact us off the air, and then we can talk and we can kind of go through what he does and so forth. We can talk to some of his patients and so forth, and he can talk to some of our patients, and we'll see what we can do. But it's, you know, we're not going to let him come on and tell his story on here. Okay.
Well, no, the question is, what are your thoughts on the use of stem cells?
Oh, well, that's not enough. Okay. Because if you're using stem cells, you have to be giving stem cells 4 times a day for the rest of the guy's life. Okay. That's not the answer to the question here. Okay. Okay. When you're talking about Parkinson's disease, you have to talk about what's causing it. Okay. It's kind of like saying, well, I'm going to put a new engine in your car every month. It's really dumb. Put a new engine in your car every month when all you have to do is put oil in your car and gasoline in your car and coolant in your engine, in your radiator and all that kind of stuff, and you can go 100,000 miles. Okay, well, the same thing is true with your brain and spinal cord. If you take care of it, you don't need to get a new brain every month.
Or new stem cells.
Or new stem cells.
All right, thank you so much for that. And then we have another question, Dr. Wallach. So this gentleman likes to eat rice cakes in the morning, which are made from rice. Can the phytates of rice interfere with mineral absorption?
Well, it depends on what type of rice you're using. Okay, if you're using rice with the hulls still on them.
It's rice cakes. Rice cakes are a puffed rice that's pressed into just a round disc. So
I understand, but do they still have the hulls involved, or this is rice that the hull's been taken off and blown away, so it's not in there? Okay, because you don't want that. You don't want that stuff to interfere with the absorption of the nutrition. Okay, so even rice can be bad if you're eating whole grain rice and you have, you know, the hulls of all the connective tissue, which prevents the absorption of the good stuff.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And then we have a question coming off of another platform that is wanting to know about cholesterol meds. And do the cholesterol meds cause the chronic pain to act up? This is in a female. She's 58 years old, Dr. Wallach. So let's talk about cholesterol.
Okay. Well,
when
cholesterol
somebody need a cholesterol medication?
Cholesterol is required as a major component of the white matter, your myelin of your brain and spinal cord. It's also a major cofactor in your hormones, both female and male hormones. Okay. And cholesterol was demonized over 100 years ago by medical doctors incorrectly. They said, oh, that's the cause of plaque in your arteries. That's why your arteries are all plugged, because you're eating too much cholesterol. And they created a monster when they got people off of cholesterol because of coronary artery issues and plugged arteries in the brain and kidneys and every place else. No, that stuff is caused by eating fried foods and processed meats, you know, like ham and bacon and that kind of stuff with nitrates in them. Eating fried foods, burnt foods. Got to get rid of all that. Okay. And cholesterol is your best friend. 95% of male hormone Testosterone is cholesterol. 95% of estrogen in females is cholesterol. Depending on the part of your brain you're looking at, anywhere from 25 to 50% of your brain weight and spinal cord weight is cholesterol. You do not want to be taking statin drugs to lower your cholesterol. Do not do that. Okay, that's why we have Parkinson's disease. That's why we have kidney issues and high blood pressure and everything, because doctors were giving out misinformation 100 years ago and they haven't changed. Okay, well, the whole idea of this article that's being published, okay, by the certified health coaches in their journal. I'm so excited about this because this is going to illustrate one of the major messes that have been created by misinformation from the medical system. Cholesterol is your best friend.
Okay, so you had mentioned cholesterol and testosterone and estrogen. What are the purposes of having testosterone?
Well, that makes you get excited when you see girls. Okay, that helps you have sex, produce sperm. Okay, so you can have babies. And the girls, they get excited when they see boys, when they have more estrogen, and they get excited, of course, and they have more estrogen, they can get pregnant and have babies. Okay, without the hormones, as they say in France, there ain't nothing going to happen.
So I get a lot of people that write in with issues with low libido or erectile dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Cholesterol or testosterone and estrogen both are very important for that. And cholesterol is important for them. Yes,
but they also, in addition to the cholesterol and their 90 essential nutrients, right? Just don't cherry pick one nutrient, take the 90 essential nutrients. But I would also throw in, for the males, is there a test? Okay, it tells your Sertoli cells and testicles what to do, okay, for making hormones. And then Xerafem for females tells your ovaries what to do for making female hormones and having eggs and that sort of stuff and your cycles and so forth. It requires all this stuff. And you can't be taking drugs to mess around with that. And well, I can't eat eggs because of cholesterol. I can't eat red meat because of cholesterol, my doctor says. Well, you need to do some reading and talk to other people in other professions because you're getting some misinformation from somebody. Okay, cholesterol is your best friend. Okay, if you want to have children, if you like sex, guess what? Cholesterol is your best friend. Okay, it's not your psychiatrist.
All right, thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. My next question that I have here has to do with anemia. Now, I haven't heard of this type of anemia. The CAHA, cold agglutinin hemolytic anemia. Are you familiar with that?
Hemolytic means red blood cells are rupturing and falling apart and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Hemolytic, that means the red blood cells are falling apart. And here's where, in addition to getting rid of all the bad stuff, taking the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack and the MSM, which helps you build bone marrow, which makes red blood cells, you're getting all the raw materials for your bone marrow to make red blood cells. Okay, so you want that MSM, you want the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, you need the rebound, and I also like the what should I say, everything to do with the heart, the brain, cholesterol. Just go for it. These are the sort of things you need to make the cholesterol work properly. And doctors, they're always trying to find a way to get you off cholesterol because they know you'll be a patient for them if you get off of cholesterol.
So with this type of anemia, it's more than just having healthy bone marrow. It's having healthy cholesterol levels as well. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's correct.
Okay, excellent. So Nancy, we hope to get that information to you. And Dr. Wallach, the next question that I have to you has to do with a skin rash. So this is a rash that is occurring on the neck, and it's more like a discoloration of the skin. So it's like molded pigmentation. The rash kind of moves around with the different She says she can't figure it out. What would you recommend, Dr. Wallach? She's on the 90 essential nutrients. She's taken additional plant-derived minerals, selenium, enzymes, and the MSM Z radical.
Okay.
She's wanting to know
Collagen
what
peptides and hair, skin, and nails.
collagen peptides and hair, skin, and nails.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much for that,
There's
Dr.
one other possibility. Does she have a thyroid issue? Okay. If she's got in her neck on this thing moving around, it could be a thyroid issue. So it wouldn't hurt for her also to throw in Ocean's Gold, 3 of those twice a day.
Okay, I'll definitely make sure that I get that information to her. And the next question that we have coming in from Facebook just says, Doctor, do you recommend to detox your body before taking supplementation?
Well, this is what a hair analysis is for. Okay. I have a hair analysis at least once every 3 months if you're concerned about detoxing, because not only does it tell you how you're doing for absorbing all and having access to all the essential nutritional minerals, but also you're getting information on the toxic minerals like lead and mercury and uranium and other stuff like that with a hair analysis. So again, you can go to my book, Rare Earths and Cures, go to page 272, chapters 10 and 11, tells you how to collect the hair, where to ship it. Yep, there you go. Again, page 272. And it's one of those things, if you're doing this and you're a longevity associate, you can do it to deduct your cost of your book, your test, okay, because you're in business of knowing how to do all this. So you have to do it yourself as well as telling your customers how to do this. And so it's very easy. There are no blood tests to answer that question. You have to do a hair analysis. Okay, it's like a biopsy of the body. It's a lot less dangerous than a biopsy of your liver. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Wallach, for that information also. So I have, going back to cholesterol, we have somebody out on YouTube saying that my cholesterol is always over 100 no matter what I do, but I don't have any heart problems at all. I never worry about my cholesterol levels. So with that being said, if you're eating right, you're taking your supplementation, cholesterol is a good thing.
Cholesterol is a required nutrient like oxygen. I'll repeat that. Cholesterol is a required nutrient like oxygen. You must have cholesterol, okay? And it's required to make hormones. It's required for your brain and spinal cord maintenance and repair and growth and development and function. I don't know how else to put it, okay? You might as well just go sit in the corner and cry. If you're off, you need to be on cholesterol. You need to be eating cholesterol every day. I like to have my 3 eggs, either soft scrambled in butter or soft poached in the morning and do it again in the afternoon. Don't you ever get tired of eating eggs? No, because I never get tired of having sex. Okay. If you want to have lots of good sex, eat your eggs. If you don't want to have sex, become a vegetarian.
And we got some thumbs up from the men, Dr. Wallach, here in the Zoom room. So I think they're on board with you there. Watch out, ladies. All right, next question. Looking for help for a male, 5'10", 180 pounds, has cyclical vomiting syndrome. I'm thinking it's a cranial nerve issue.
I missed that first word.
It's cyclical. It's let me spell it. CYCLICAL. Cyclical. So it's like cyclical, continuous vomiting.
Oh, okay. Continuous vomiting. Yeah. And if the skull is squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, it was called the 10th cranial nerve is the vagus nerve, and you get squeezing that vagus nerve, you get terrible pain in your stomach. The stomach you just want to vomit all the time. Okay. And so this is, what should I say? This is very, very common. Okay. It's osteoporosis of the skull. Okay. Get rid of all the bad foods. Get on one healthy brain and heart pack for 100 pounds of body weight. MSM, 3 of those 3 times a day, 2 bottles a month. Go ahead and take the, let's see, I take the I-26. Go ahead and take the Synaptive, 3 of each twice a day of each of those, Synaptive and I-26. And then don't forget the, I'd go ahead and also throw in the Zera test for guys and Zera Fem for females, okay, to help make the hormones. And so let's go there.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. And folks, if you are interested in getting any of Dr. Wallach's books, please go to drjwallach.com. That is drjwallach.com. And you'll find all of Dr. Wallach's books there on his website. So that's the best place to go to get Dr. Wallach's books. Now, if you are outside the United States, we have some great news, because the more and more of Dr. Wallach's books are going to be offered through Amazon, which this is like one of the only reasons why I would recommend anything related to you, Dr. Wallach, through Amazon, is so that we can get that information into the hands of people around the world. I would not buy the products there. Absolutely not. And there's a couple different reasons. You never know if you're going to get fresh product. You don't know how long it's been sitting in somebody's warehouse or garage, and if the temperature has been controlled. You don't even know if it's genuine product, folks. And then probably the biggest, if you have questions on how to take the products, you don't have a coach to coach you. So I have people that come to me and say, hey, I have these products. And I said, that's absolutely fantastic. Get with your coach. They'll be able to help you figure out how much to take, what to take, because what is on the canister is what the FDA requires us or allows us to put, not what Dr. Wallach actually recommends as a physician. So in my conversation with them, well, I got them off of Amazon. I said, that's fantastic. Get with Amazon and they can see if they'll coach you. I know they won't, but folks, as coaches, we have, most of us coach without charging anybody anything. The only way that we get a thank you is by you actually allowing us to help you get those products through our avenue of ordering, which is coming directly from the warehouse. So you know for a fact it's coming from a controlled environment. It's getting to you fresh. Okay. So nothing in our warehouse is overdue. There are some things that we put on a closeout just to help clear the stock, but nothing is going to come to you in a state that is not acceptable for use. So thank us. Give us that little bit of consideration, folks, that if you want to have somebody coach you, go with them, let them help you order the product so that at least they're getting that little bit of thank you in a commission for you purchasing the products from them. All right. Just want to make sure that you as individuals are getting the true freshest product possible, and how to take it. That's the biggest thing, Dr. Wallach. One EFA a day is not going to give you the results that you're wanting if you've got heart issues and brain issues and lung issues.
Yeah, that'd be like putting a teaspoon of dirt from Texas in your car and expecting you to drive around the world.
That's right. It's not going to happen. So, folks, if you are watching this program, make sure that you get with your coach that referred you to this program or the associate that referred you to this program. If there is nobody to thank and you are looking for a coach because you've never bought the products before, you've never spoken to anybody about Dr. Wallach or longevity or any of the 90 essential nutrients before, and you would like to get connected with a coach, feel free to go to our website, dailywithdoc.com. I have a contact option there. You can reach us through email. And everybody, sign up for our newsletter. We are sending out a weekly newsletter that gives you a summary and description of each of the shows. And you don't want to miss out. It makes it easy to be able to share with others. So Dr. Wallach, I know you have to get on to your next program. So thank you so much for joining us here on
Thank you and your team. Thank you and you and your team, Becca.
Thank you. Thank you. And as I am getting him out of the waiting room so that he doesn't continue to hear us while we are closing out the show, if I could get my co-hosts on with me. Folks, I could not do this program without having the support of other people that have the same common interest, where we each have different skills. We still have that desire to help people, to make sure that people are getting information all around the world. So right here with us, we have a pretty extensive span. So we've got 2 of us in California. We've got 1 in New Jersey, 1 in Pennsylvania, and 1 in South Africa. Sorry, Albert. So South Africa, we are here to serve and make sure that this resource is being used efficiently. Okay. Share this program with somebody that you know. As we covered a lot of different things. We covered sleep apnea. We covered cholesterol issues. We covered erectile dysfunction and libido issues. We covered lung issues. We even, pets are family too. We even talked about pets. We've got a world-renowned veterinarian on with us who serving the animal kingdom was just not enough for him, that he wanted to help the people too. And because of his work as a pathologist and wanting to know, why are these little kids dying in China? And he took it upon himself. He paid for the whole study himself, his family, and went to China and did autopsies on 1,700 children that had all died suddenly. And he took that information and he analyzed it, and there was correlations between the human world and the animal world. Folks, we're mammals. We're all created from the dust. Humans, we're kind of special because we can think, we can talk, we can communicate in multiple different languages, where animals aren't quite that blessed. So he knows what he's talking about. I would not be here today if it wasn't for me hearing Dr. Wallach on the radio, which I want to do a shout out, as I know we are being heard on multiple stations, and especially KSCO, which is near and dear to my heart, KOMY. Thank you for keeping us on the airways and sharing this message. And if you are affiliated with any type of radio station and would like to help spread the message, please go to that dailywithdoc.com and reach out to us. We have a special group that is focused on and lots of experience with radio and the media and getting the message out. We're working on special packages for you that makes it simple for you to be able to carry the message and make the products available to your listening audience as well. So we're at the end of today's show. My name is Becca Dukes. I want to thank Ruth Ellen Sanchez, my executive production manager, and her assistant, who is the assistant production manager, and also our social media master and certified health coach and co-host, AJ, and our beautiful certified holistic health coach and dictation specialist, Marilyn, who's doing a fabulous job at sharing the information as Dr. Wallach is giving the protocols here in the chat. And then we have Albert, who is joining us. He is new to the team, but not new to the team, different teams, who just really, he shows up because he loves people. So I wanted to make sure that he had the opportunity to be part of our crew here. And also just to show you that, folks, nutrition is needed worldwide. And it's not just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like Dr. Wallach mentioned a few minutes ago, cherry picking. Don't do it. I did it for so many years and it wasn't working. Ruth Ellen did that for so many years and the cherry picking just was not working. And if you're not familiar with what cherry picking is, it's listening to TV and popular doctors that are promoting a single nutrient. And then you take that single nutrient and lo and behold, if you get any results, you don't get results. And then when you stop, the results that you might have experienced, they're gone too. Well, folks, you get yourself on the whole 90 essential nutrients because it's the whole body. Everything that you put in your mouth is either going to benefit or hinder the whole body. So Dr. Wallach's formulas include all 90 essential nutrients. He talks about the brain and heart pack. Disease when it comes to brain and heart and kidneys and lungs are just rampant all around the world. That's why we have the brain and heart pack, because it has those extra secret sauces to help with the function of the body. And then the other things, depending on where decline is already apparent. You're worth it. Yes, it's an investment, but it's an investment into you, one of the most important beings in this world, and your future, so that you can enjoy your future. So until next time, my name is Becca Dukes. Join us in this crusade. Go to dailywithdoc.com. If you're interested more in the health coach course, go to coachwithdoc.com and get more information about that. And we will see you next week. Bye for now.